Okay, today we're going to make an Americanized Chinese dish called Moo Goo Gai pan. And basically it means chicken with mushrooms. So if you don't like mushrooms, you can make something else, but you can't make Moo Goo Gai pan. Anyway, I have here half a cup of chicken stock, 1 tablespoon of hoisin sauce. Some people don't. It's more traditional to use oyster sauce, but some people don't like the fishy taste of oyster sauce. And anyway, this is a little sweeter. 1 tablespoon of soy sauce. This is just a regular old soy sauce. 1 teaspoon of grated ginger and 1 teaspoon of ground garlic. Those are always good. I've got 1 tablespoon of cornstarch. Mix that up. I'm going to put a couple drops of sesame oil in here. We don't want a whole bunch of that, just a little bit. And we'll give this a good mix. And we'll let it sit for a little while and let everything come together in our sauce. Now for our chicken, we're going to do a process called velveting. I have about 10 ounces of chicken here that I've sliced up. It's chicken breast. You can use whichever part you like or whatever. I've got half of an egg white here. The egg white and the cornstarch really help with tenderizing, but you don't want a whole bunch of extra egg white. If you wanted to use the whole egg white, basically you need more chicken. I got half a teaspoon of salt. I'm using sea salt. Some white pepper. Put a little bit of white pepper on that. Mix all this together, kind of get it all combined on the chicken. You can put a little rice wine on here if you wanted to. Now I'm going to take 1 tablespoon of cornstarch. We're going to blend this on here. And then what we're going to do is we're going to let this sit for at least half an hour. And about an hour is kind of the perfect amount of time. You don't want it to sit all day, but you definitely want it to have a little time to do its thing. Now, you want to make sure that it's also not dry. If you see white cornstarch, you need to do something to add a little liquid on there to break that up. But anyway, that looks pretty good. That's what we're looking for right there. Okay, my oil's heating up in my wok. It should be just about hot enough. Final part of the velveting process, we're going to lightly fry this chicken. You can velvet with water as well. Now when we put this chicken in, we want to be sure we kind of put it in going away from us. And my chicken kind of sticks to my... As you can see, I'm not a professional. I would never get hired in a Chinese restaurant. Turn this off. Enough residual heat in here. Now this chicken is not fully cooked. Anyway, we're going to take this chicken out and then we'll dump out the oil. Okay, we've dumped out the oil. We've turned the flame back on, and we're going to take our mushrooms. We're going to throw them in there. And stir them around just a little bit. Coat them with a little oil. Now we're going to take our butter chestnuts that have been sliced up. We're going to throw them in there. Our sugar snap peas. We're going to put that in there. Give everything a toss. Alright. Now we're going to take our rice wine and we're going to let that steam for about 1 minute. Okay, this has been steaming for a minute. Take that off. Give it a toss, see what we got going on. Looking pretty good. Go ahead and we'll dump our chicken back in there. We're going to cook off most of the alcohol from that rice wine. You never get all of the alcohol cooked off, but we're going to get most of it out of there. If you don't like to use alcohol, just use water. Just, you know. Now, most of that rice wine is gone. We're going to stir our sauce one more time. And we'll put that in here. Bring this back up to temperature. Now our sauce is thickening up really good for us. We'll let this cook just a little more to make sure our chicken's done. Alright, this is basically done. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to throw in some green onion. Give that a mix. Turn the heat off. Now you could use any kind of mushroom you want. Shiitakes are really good in this. It's just that whenever I opened the refrigerator tonight, I just had the plain old white mushrooms. Our rice cooker is going off, and then we're going to top this with some green onion. Okay, and as always, the real question is, how does it taste? That's good.